Hello viewers out there, you're welcome to our channel. This is Family Aspect and I have a video to share with you guys today. Is only a reaction video and I want you to watch with me. This is a therapy section, a relationship advice given to both CHIOMA and Paul. So you must have seen one or two videos regarding this, but this is my personal reaction to it and I want you to sit back and watch. So let's watch together. This video will interest you. If you are in a relationship, you better watch this. All right, let's watch this video together.
Myself and my boyfriend have been going through a lot lately. This is the last leg for us. We're really hanging in our relationship. I've seen an opportunity for a social experiment and I think that it's best we both come here and get some help.
You made me wanna melt.
I've been with my partner for 3 years now. Just like everyone else, we've had our ups and downs, you know, things happen. But coming to therapy with a camera for some social experiment, that's just, it's a red flag, to be fair. And now, like, she knows my perspective on this. I'd prefer we go to a church and we sit down with a pastor in a corner. But, you know, us getting to this extent where we're actually here for a social experiment, it's just, it doesn't make sense. I think it's gonna go south, like, I'm 90% sure, but at the end of the day, I'll just say, look, I told you so.
Now that's his opinion about it, all right? His opinion about it. He's thinking this will happen.
Hi Denise.
Okay,
come
let's
in,
watch.
sit down.
Hello, Paul. How was the traffic?
Terrible,
Oh,
but
was
we're
it?
here. We made it.
My name's Denise and I'm your therapist today. Have you ever been to therapy before?
Never. We've never been. I did go online. I read how important it is about, you know, having premarital therapy, counselling, and I do believe myself and Paul are in dire need of some help. I wouldn't say we've deteriorated to a point of no return, but at the end of the day, we're progressing in our relationship and I'm not entirely happy.
Okay. So, Paul, thank you for joining us. Have you got any idea of what expectations you are looking to get out of this therapy session?
I have no idea. I'm curious to find out.
Okay, that's great. Well, it's great that you're here. So, shall we start?
So of course this isn't my first time on camera. I'm very comfortable in front of camera. I understand Paul isn't. I didn't bring him here to embarrass him though. This is kind of like shock therapy. It might shock him into kind of seeing that we need help, that we've actually got problems within our relationship.
I'm going to ask CHIOMA to just start us off. What would you like to start off with?
I love you. You do know that, right? And I feel as though we've got different views of life. So to me, Paul is very image. He puts too much emphasis on how people perceive us as a couple, how he's perceived as an individual and how I'm perceived as an individual. Currently in our relationship, we're doing a lot of patching instead of really like fixing the issues.
Okay, Paul, do you feel the same way?
I'm literally blown away. Like, I haven't even heard this before. Do you want to give more context to what you're actually saying? Because I'm a tiny bit...
Okay. Paul, for example, has a lot of friends. He has affluent friends. He feels like he has to fit in, which he might fit in as friendship, but when it comes to finances, he doesn't necessarily fit in. So if we're looking at percentage-wise and when they go out and what they spend, they can afford it. We can't. But Paul will do it anyway. And then he'll spend the next week or two chasing the bag he's blown, which now leaves me in a deficit of love. So there's neglect going on in our household.
All right, so we literally just got here. Like, we haven't been here for 5 minutes. CHIOMA's talking about finance to the bloody Denise, someone that we don't even know. Now, first of all, there is no man that's out there with multiple accounts, crypto accounts, high interest accounts, that's gonna sit down and show his girl his balance. So she doesn't even know the financial situation first.
So hang on, let me just let Paul speak regarding the image and the going out and, you know, chasing the bag, as CHIOMA just said.
You know what's interesting? I actually think she's right. but let me break it down for you. I'm happy and I'm humble enough to be the brokest man in a room full of millionaires. Do you know why?
Okay.
Do you know who would have the most to benefit in that type of situation?
You would.
So that's practically how I've been able to exponentially grow my income, basically.
He's taken the whole fake it till you make it to another extent, because at the end of the day, I'm not naive to know that you are treated how you're perceived. However, be yourself. With the whole spending above your means, should I say, yes, we can afford it. I'm not saying we can't, because he's the first person to speak about finances and we need to save and we need to do this and we need to do that. But as much as, yeah, I purchase nice things, Paul does a lot of the spending. And in the past, we've had situations where he's invested and there's been no returns. So I don't feel like I need to suffer at the expense of his investing and putting himself in positions to get deals when not all the time it works out. And we're together. Do you know what I mean? We're in a relationship. We're not business partners. So I'm suffering for nothing.
Okay. Do you feel that it's an equal situation?
She just said she's suffering for nothing. Okay. So am I nothing?
That's not what I said. It's like your comprehension. This is why we're here, because anytime I bring up at home, he dismisses it.
Really?
Okay, you're not comprehending what I'm saying.
Okay.
I've literally just explained it.
Yeah. Okay, look.
Out of everything
Okay, this guy is logical, all right? That's the point. He's extremely logical. And you can see that there's so much logic to his senses, okay? To the way he sees things, all right?
said, you got that bit. Like, Paul's, he takes what he wants to take, he hears what he wants to hear, and he sees what he wants to see.
I'm not dismissing it right now, right? We're having a conversation. You know, I don't know you from anywhere, but you're here. Let's have the conversation, right? So when we first started dating, she was happy with, you know, the drive, the ambition, you know, me taking, you know, calculated risk here and there and gaining rewards. She's the first person to come and, you know, say, oh, congratulations, babe, let's celebrate together. But then I've actually kept the same energy, and now it seems like she doesn't really have the same energy. So who is the person that's falling off?
Okay, so in other words, I'm a hater.
Well,
because I still celebrate your wins.
No, that's true, but the only thing is, let me give you an example, right? So literally, I have access to a good number of private members clubs. This is through the clients of mine. I train high net worth individuals, you know, celebrities, you name it. Now, with these membership clubs, obviously it's not everyone that's, you know, invited. And I feel like that kind of affects CHIOMA, whereas before, if we were going to, like, you know, like a normal type of, average, maybe not average Joe, but, you know, the usual, then I'll kind of be, oh, babe, you know, come along. But when I'm actually, you know, grafting and chasing the bag, as she said, I don't really feel like she needs to be present, and she actually doesn't have an invite anyway, so...
Okay, that's not what I'm not upset that I'm unable to come to the events that you go to and to the gambling places, because it's gambling, if you ask me. It's casino, isn't it? So the clubs you guys are going to and the money you're spending, some of it is gambling.
Whoa. Did you see that? Did you just hear that? So this guy, like I said, is so logical. But if you're gambling and she knows that you're gambling, that's already a problem in your relationship already. Come on.
Right? Because everything he likes to say is constructive. Clubbing is not constructive. It's not beneficial to our relationship or to him. Even places like that, he places too much emphasis on how they look at him. So you're out here doing the most, buying so many bottles, paying 10K for tables, and it doesn't make sense. And I'm at home being neglected. When he comes home, he goes back to work. So my point is, you're putting too much emphasis on the way they see you. Why is that? You're supposed to be impressing me, not them.
So the type of people that I deal with, they're on another level, to be fair. They're high net worth and they work really hard for themselves. Now, for me to be able to kind of be that act of service for them, you can imagine how hard I have to work. If they're calling you, you need to answer. If they're sending you a message, whether it's a text or WhatsApp, listen, you need to be on point. I'm able to give them that.
Just for the record, how would you like him to change?
At the end of the day, I like his drive, and that's kind of why we're together. My point is, there needs to be a balance. I'm happy for you to grind. I'm happy for you to do all the things you do. But again, we're in a relationship. The problem with you is you think we're business partners. We're not. I need love as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got a business, I work, but I still feed you, I still love on you, but I don't get, it's not reciprocated.
Right, so hang on, Paul, do you feel that you're giving as good as you get in the love stakes?
Well, to be fair, I thought I did, but now I'm thinking to myself, like, does she trust, do you trust me?
What?
Yes or no?
I do trust you.
Okay. If you trust me and you trust my judgment and you know that between the both of us, we both got ourselves to the position where we are, which is a better position than we were in, why would you not continue to trust the process?
Because you've eradicated the whole love aspect of our relationship. I'm a woman, I'm not wood. Do you understand? Like, I've got a heart.
Now, this is the problem that I have with women, right? Like, for example, with CHIOMA and I, when we first started, she knows I'm hardworking. I was doing X, Y, Z, what I had to do, okay? Everything was fine. She was happy, I've got a hardworking guy, okay, hug, kiss, okay, cool. Nowadays, when I'm coming back late, the same person's complaining, asking me, where am I coming from? And I'm thinking, what? Fair enough, I don't work overtime and I'm doing other things on a different level, but I'm the same person, so why would you question it?
Can I just ask, what's the last loving thing you did for
Denise?
Yeah, Denise.
Look, we're not going to play the whole turn each other against each other. When's the last time you bought flowers? Look, forget about all of that. Let's get down to what it is now. Just to briefly go over this, right? As far as I understand, you've been called, or employed rather, to basically help us in our relationship to get better, right? Okay. So how do you think you're doing so far?
Okay, first, don't be rude.
It's a genuine question.
That's uncalled for.
It's a genuine question.
Okay, I can answer that, Chioma, don't worry. The fact is that I'm here to enable you to see through the fog that may be there at the moment. I'm not here to give you an answer. I'm just helping you discover what's going on.
Okay. What's your success rate in terms of like couples that have been to your therapy sessions and have gone on to get married?
Well, I think you've already done your research.
I did research and I found out that a lot of people gave you good reviews. A lot of them have actually gone on to get married. A lot of them have resolved their situation. Be open-minded. I feel like people get results from you if they're open-minded.
Babe, she didn't answer the question. What's your success rate? I need percentages. I deal with figures.
I'm afraid I don't work in figures. I work in people. And when people come back, it's because they're seeing results. So as far as I'm concerned, things are working.
So if we came back to your session, that means it's working?
Well, you sign up for a certain number of sessions and then we discuss whether you need to do...
So there's more than one?
He's being very rude and I really don't understand why. She's just doing her job. I'm quite happy with the service we're getting so far, so I don't know why he needs to calm down a little bit, because I'm getting irritated at this point.
You're being very dismissive.
No.
At the end of the day, Paul is making me feel less than, okay? He's very judgmental with the whole image thing. So if I don't do what he does, then there's a problem. One thing I'm not going to continue to do is be with a man, not saying that I want to leave this relationship, but I can't continue to be in a relationship with someone who makes me feel less than or makes me feel like I'm in the wrong every single time.
Babe, okay. If we're both kind of in line in terms of our goals and our visions, then I would assume that we'd both basically be on the same page. Is that wrong, Denise?
No, it's good when couples are on the same page, but are you on the same page?
Are you? Ask her.
I'm asking both of you, do you think you're on the same page?
I feel as though we are on the same page with certain things, but again, as much as Paul says I like to nag, he has a lot of issues with things that I do.
Paul, just give me a little bit of your background. What business are you in?
Yes.
Yeah, answer the question, babe.
So what does my business have to do with the relationship? Just asking.
I just wondered, whether that was influencing the way that you deal with life. Sorry?
I'm a provider.
What is it that you do? I don't understand.
I don't see how this is going to help our relationship in the long term. This is the problem that I have, right? Look, with this Denise lady, I just feel like she's just asking lots of intrusive questions that doesn't really relate to the situation at hand. She's asking me, what do I do? Like, I make money, that's what I do. Like, it's a silly question. What do you want from me? Do you understand? You're here for a certain purpose to help with the relationship. Do that. If you can't do that, then you're not of use for me. The whole point is she's here, right? And I got her here. We've been together for 3 years.
You got me here.
No, well, not here specifically, but I mean, you know, in terms of the journey, we've been together for a long time. I've managed to sustain our relationship financially, if that's the question you're asking.
No, I wasn't. I was simply wondering what motivated you and how you work together.
Without telling you too much, I literally work with high net worth individuals, influencers, celebrities, you name it. Provide them with basically nutrition as well as fitness. I also run an IT business, which you know, I work with potentially, really influencers, brands, yeah. More of the upscale, basically.
So you're a very busy man.
I am.
Even if there's nothing to do, Paul will tell his friends I've just done something. No, you haven't. Like, chill, relax. Like, you're not busy 24/7. Even the busiest person has time, Paul.
And do you do anything together? Any, you know, hobbies that you do together?
Aside from on our laptops in the same room, maybe. When we started dating, we used to like the same music. He was more fun. Now I don't even know who's sitting next to me, to be honest.
And how do you feel?
I think that's BS.
It's BS.
Look, music. I'm a Burna Boy fan. You used to be, but now you're
I still like Burna Boy.
WizKid. Like, that doesn't make sense. If you like something, just stick to, you know.
First of all, you've changed, babe. You didn't like what you liked 5 years ago. I know that because of the food, simply the food that you eat. Okay, so people change. I still like Burna Boy, but yes, I prefer WizKid. It doesn't mean that it has to be your way. This is a problem with you. Like, if it's not your way, it's the highway.
No, this is the problem with you. You don't keep the same energy. Do you understand? When we first started dating, you know what type of energy I was on. Do you understand? You know the frequency that I was taking us to.
Okay, answer the question she asked us. What do we do together aside from work that is meaningful? Is that what you said?
Let me tell you what we do, right? Every 28 days, we have a couples review. Right?
Oh,
so how the
hell.
couples review works is we basically, you know, go over our individual and collective plans, goals, targets, and we kind of, you know, make like a checkbox type of situation, and we mark stuff off, help each other out with whatever it is that we need help with, and it's worked basically in our relationship.
It hasn't worked.
So, as we said, in this checkup, are you both, as they say, on the same page?
Of course.
We're on the same page as we've been. We're always on the same page because all Paul cares about is if our finances have grown, if our savings has grown. Aside from that, if we're still arguing, nothing changes. Do you understand? If it's the point that I'm cleaning up the whole damn house, as well as having a 9 to 5 and a business, nothing's changed. He doesn't have an input in personal stuff. It's just about work. So if it's about working, then I understand, the review works.
So tell me, Paul, before you got involved with CHIOMA, how did you run your household?
Well, obviously, everything was self-sustainable, self-managed. However, at the end of the day, I think the question that you should be asking CHIOMA is if she is getting into a relationship with a person like myself, I don't want to say bring into the table, but...
What am I bringing to the table?
No, I'm not saying that you don't bring anything to the table. I'm saying you need to let her know that there's certain things that are expected when she's receiving, you know, a certain frequency.
Okay, so first of all, I contribute to the bills. I'm doing my own. I take care of myself. Of course, he buys me things, but I'm going out to shop for myself. I'm also taking care of the home and him. Yeah, he might do most of the finance, but I'm bringing a lot to your life, and without me, you will be in deficit, you'll be lacking some things, okay?
Let's not get confused. I work, okay? Paul does not finance me completely. Does that make sense? Yes, he earns significantly more than I do, but he doesn't finance me, all right? So if you're talking about me becoming a housewife, clearly, because you're talking about finances and me bringing something to the table, what's wrong with being a housewife? Was that the plan we had when we first met?
It's a genuine question.
I don't want to be a housewife. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want to be a housewife. I have a choice. Does that make sense? If I wanted to be a housewife, I would have become a housewife. That's what you keep pushing for me to do. That's not what I want to do, babe.
Okay.
Okay?
Denise.
He used to clean his own house and change his sheets and cook for himself. We just moved in together 6 months ago, and all of a sudden that has now become my duty and mine alone. Bearing in mind, both of us are busy.
Now, with myself, I'm an earner. Do you understand? I will go out and I will come back and I'm bringing the bacon for real. Do you understand? If that's the case, and I'm able to provide for the both of us and kids in the future, from now, why would she stress herself being out, trying to earn the same thing that I already have? Sit down. Let's figure out something. I want to come home with a check and say, babe, how should we invest this?
And did you notice that things had changed once CHIOMA moved in?
In terms of how I behave.
You became lazy.
No. Let's not be toxic, babe. Look, this is what it is, right? How can I put this? If let's say last client finished by like 9:30, so okay, whereabouts am I? The Bulgari, Knightsbridge, right? 10 minutes from home. So CHIOMA works in the city, 20 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes from home. So if she gets home, she finishes at 5 roughly, and she's home roughly, maybe not 5:30, no traffic or that, maybe 6. And I get home 9:30. Have you made a plan? Don't you think it's a bit practical to kind of consider that your partner may be coming home? But wait, this is for you, Denise. Do you think that,
I can understand what you're saying, and there does seem to be a few hours to spare. However...
No, don't do it. Tell her that.
No, I'm not here to tell anyone, just so you understand. I'm here to listen.
You just agreed with what I said.
No, it's not a case of agreeing. I said I understand.
No, it's you.
No, but just the way therapy works is you two discuss things, and I'm an intermediary. So I don't...
But that's not what's happening. What's happening is, if she comes up with a point, you're quick to say, yeah, Paul, what do you think about it? And then when you clearly agree with me on something, you're not asking her the same question. Right. What's going on?
So can I just say, bear with me, the reason that I go to you with a question is because you're not being vocal. CHIOMA is being very vocal. You're being vocal now, but the reason I was bringing everything back to you was because you weren't being vocal. And it's great to hear that now you have got things to say, because that's why we're here, is it not?
What the hell? Like, are you trying to gang up on me on something? I'm paying for your service. You should serve it equally. Do you understand? Like, make it make sense.
Oh, dear.
Experiment, that's just...
Alright, guys. This is it. It's awesome. Now, there's so many things today. There's so many things today. So many things. Now... First of all, you can find out that there's a deep problem in the relationship. All right, there's no intimacy in the relationship. The problem is intimacy. They don't have intimacy going on in the relationship, and that is where the problem. That's where the woman is coming from with the whole thing. As I'm looking at this video right now, I can tell you that look, the man is doing all right by getting busy, being the provider of the house and everything, but he has a problem, which is intimacy, and that is where the woman is coming from. The woman also have a problem with him, that the man is not intimate enough. So the love aspect of their relationship is in jeopardy, and that's what she's really concerned about. And one other thing, the man is not domestically helping enough. So the man has stopped helping in the things of the in the domestic cause of the house, the things that normally, he would have done all by himself, because she just made a very important point that ever since she moved in about 6 months ago, that they've been together, moving in. That's another big problem. Moving in, all right, okay. Now you can see that they're getting to know each other in a different way. So the man just leave everything for her to do. So he get busy. His mentality is, I go out there, make the money, come home, eat, then you just do the rest of the things, forgetting that the woman also have her whole plan, her whole career, her whole dream. She works, and she doesn't want to be a housewife. That's the main point. And she made that point very clear that the man is trying to make her be a housewife. And that had to be resolved. That line there is serious, because this is two different mindsets. All right. Well, this is episode 1. We are coming to you in the next episode. There's going to be another episode in the next after this video. Watch out for the episode 2. All right. Leave your comment, like the video, share this video. If you have anything to say about this video, make your comment on the comment section below, because it will change a lot of people that will see the content of your comments and this video altogether. Thank you so much for watching, every one of you. I appreciate you. And watch out for the episode 2. The next video is coming in right up. So watch out for the notification. So turn on your bell notification whenever you subscribe, and you get the information coming to you firsthand. Thank you so much, and bye for now. Cheers.